I want to show you guys the last trade that I made. Here's the last trade that I made. If you want trades like these, make sure to hop in the Discord. This is what it looks like with full access. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, Moosey Crypto here. I wanted to give you a quick TA on what's happening in Bitcoin. If you guys don't understand all of this, don't worry. I'm still posting out learning videos, so if you guys need to catch up on those, go ahead. We already have double tops out and Fibonacci out, but I'll keep posting videos for you guys to learn and understand what I'm doing here. But if you guys don't know what's going on, just take a listen. I'll tell you guys the TA right now, what the chart's doing and what it's telling us. Let's get started. So if we look at Bitcoin right now, what I did in my last TA video, which is posted right here in the top right, if you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and click it. Well, we had to push up exactly where we should have, okay? Now, if I just come out to a daily just to show you guys, that wick down there, that tap, that's what sent us upwards. We were supposed to have this. Now, what you look for, if you zoom in on a 4 hour now, we'll come down, and this wick, this red wick was a liquidation wick, right? They're trying to get people to go, oh, we're coming down. So shorts activate, and then they'll all buy right here to liquidate them, control the market again. If you don't know what it really looks like, come to an hourly. That's what a liquidation candle is going to look like. Notice how it gets bought straight back up, right back into our wedge, which is these two red lines. So this right now is just a ginormous bear flag, and if you guys don't know what a bear flag is, it's an ascending wedge, technically, is what it is. It could be a whole bunch of triangles, but it's a giant drop. You flag, which you make a triangle of any sorts, can be any sorts. But when you make that triangle, that's your flag, and then you're going to go for a next move down. But we come in, what we see is we did have a great reaction off of this point on the bottom of our flag. You had your push up, and our first reaction point was off our golden pocket. If you can see that, we tapped our golden pocket, and from this point we came down. Now I want to drop down to a lower time frame, about the 1 hour, and show you what's going on. We recently just broke this ascending wedge right here, and we need to come back down, right? So if we take our measure move, which I already have, but I'll redraw it, the measured move we'll take is, here's our measure move of our entire ascending wedge. So if we put that down to where we broke out, well, that will take you down straight to your 200 EMA and your last support that you broke, which is this orange box. So if we come back down to retest our orange box here, you're falling right on that support. Well, not only does that fall on the support, you fall on your trend line, which is this pink line right here. When you hit that pink line, hit your trend line and the 200, that's three things telling you, hey, we have enough room, we can finally push back up. That'll only be the third touch. What I like to see in triangles and in trend lines, 3 touches. You'll have your first touch, your second touch, and your third touch. Let it come up a little bit, but typically you only get 3 touches on each side before you decide to push up or down, and that's what you get. But if we can see what's going on, this is what I saw. I see we just recently broke out. We did have a confirmed breakout on that candle. On our 4 hour, we had a completely closed candle, which is a tweezer top. It'll tell you it's time to reverse, right? That's what they usually do. But when we see this, if we push down and continue to push down like we most likely will, we'll touch the area around 20,351 to 20,278. And from there, what I want to see is a push back up. Now, the reason I want to see a push back up is, one, it'll liquidate accounts. It will get people out of their shorts, which makes us have more room to drop, because the big market makers, when they decide to play, is when it's time to go. And we want to catch those trades and ride it with them. But why do they want to push back up at this point? So if we see on the Fibonacci level, Fibonacci video is right here, the 78.6, we still have not touched. That is our whale level. Well, if we come to this, we're like, okay, I understand you want to get to your whale level and break down from that point, but why do you want to go there? Well, 78.6, if we catch our whale level, not only is that the whale level, but it lines up. If we come out to actually our daily, we can see that this is actually our trend line. Focus on the white line. I know it looks messy, but focus on the white line. This is your trend line that we've been in. We've been in our ginormous trend, drop, touch, drop. We'll try to come back and touch. We haven't touched yet, right? So what I want to see is us come up, touch this white line, and not only does that touch your trend line to tell you time to break your flag, it'll also line up on that 78.6. Now you might be confused with why I know this. Well, if you guys understand charting and technical analysis, it's not just about what this section is telling you. Coins like to repeat themselves, patterns repeat themselves, and it's not just what's happening right here and then. Yes, it is for scalping, but if you're looking at the overall trend and you're looking at how market makers decide to do their moves, so let's go back up and watch what happened on our last bear flag that we had downwards. So if I just totally erased everything here and walked you through it, we can see is let's hide the EMAs for now, and let's just watch. What we can see here is we had this flag right here, right? We had this flag, we came down, you broke it, You came up to retest it, and these retests happened to fall right onto that white line, right? Well, not only did that fall on the white line, how about we do a Fibonacci downwards? What meets up? If we meet our Fibonacci, that white line also meets up with your 78.6, right? So we can see that. Now, if we come back down here, we come to the bottom, to where we are right now. Here's our Fibonacci. Here's our white line. If we're trying to repeat ourselves, have we touched this top yet? Not yet, right? Exactly. Here's that triangle that we formed, just like we saw up top. You have the triangle that you formed right here. Here it is. You failed to touch it. You come back down here to load back up to try to push all the way back up to hit your 78.6 onto your fib. Same thing. Now, not only do we have that little triangle and we have the 78.6 and the trend line match up all at once, if we pull our EMAs out, well, what does that look like, right? We have our 4-hour 200 EMA getting ready right here. If we come to the previous top when we hit 22,601, did we touch that 200 EMA? No, we did not. So what's that going to tell you? Let's get rejected, right? We need to come up and touch it. Let's confirm that we're ready to go down. Well, if we notice right now how everything lines up, right? You can see 200 EMA, 1 confirmation, 78.6, 2 confirmations. Your trend line down, 3 confirmations. And that's 3 confirmations alone, right? Well, then you come back in the data and you're like, oh, well, this looks exactly the same as it did up here. That's 4 confirmations that we have right now. Now, you can see is when you do this, what you start to form, if we come back in time where we were, what you start to form is something that looks a little like this. If I come here, we drag it down. Well, that's the triangle you have, right? We can see this blue triangle right here. Well, I wonder what that looks like right now. This was our triangle that we previously had and we broke, right? If you're drawing triangles, you can always redraw them, depending on where they stop to, right? So if this, we had our breakout, if you come down to a 1 hour, let's take a look. We had our breakout confirmed, we had a retest, and we launched. We see that. But let's come down and say, all right, well, that broke. The measured move that needs to go to is, let's see, let's take our measured move tool from the bottom of the first move. Let's go stack it on top. And that's where we need to go next. Have we touched there yet? No, we have not. If that's correct, yes. If you guys can see, we have not touched that one yet, right? Well, I'm curious now as well. When I come down, and this is what I was looking at in time. When I came back, before this move happened, if we go back in time and I show you what I was looking at before we had this break. 1, we still haven't touched these points, right? Here's what we look at. We try and we're like, okay, it's going to break all the way up to this top and we'll be good. Well, then you're like, okay, wait. That's a measure move we have here. Here, this starting to look like a bull flag, right? So you take the measure of your pole of the flag and you stack it on top. Would you look at that? Where does that fall, right? That falls right on your 78.6, which is now 6 confluences telling you exactly what we need to do. 6. Now if we go, all right, well, that's another measure move. That's going to lean your decision towards, hey, this is where I think we should go. So my call, my technical analysis, I say we come up to around 21,800 before we hit that drop. And then once we do and we confirm up there, that's when I think we'll start heading down. We'll break our flag and then we'll head down to our measured moves down low, which is around that 12,500 area. So if you guys just want to get ready and load up on that, just take your time, get ready. Go check your data, the previous, if you're not good at TA yet, but if you are, go back and check out your previous data, what it looked like before, compare it to what it looks like now, and you'll see a lot of similar things, and you'll see how everything plays out and how they like to play it. So just keep in mind in that. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate every one of you. If you guys want advanced training and technical analysis, if you guys want me to give you one-on-one lessons, if you guys need some private conversations or anything like that, or how I trade, when I'm trading, I tell all my Discord when I trade, when I pull out of my trades, when I enter and all that. It is not financial advice, but I would love for you guys to come in here, learn a little bit, learn a lot more if you need to. And I appreciate you guys. Moosey Crypto out.